Back with another great video today. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and you guys know we made one of these last year, but we had a Logitech G29, and sim racing is getting more popular by the day. Now we're rocking the new Moza R5. I've had it for about 6 months. We got our settings to the point where I don't really need to touch them. I literally don't open Moza Pit House most of the time. I just tweak them in whatever game I'm playing. So today, you guys asked to see all the settings in the last video. Some of you are still commenting on that. We're gonna show you everything today. First, we're gonna start at Moza Pit House. Main thing is you want to set your wheel to 900-degree rotation. That will resemble a real car. If you have a gear or a belt driven wheel, then you will have a physical lock on the wheel that doesn't allow you to turn it anymore. But everybody with direct drive, everybody with a Moza wheel knows if you turn your wheel off, you can spin it forever and ever and ever. You want to do 900, that resembles a real car. The only reason I changed this is I go down to 540 sometimes when I'm doing formula racing and the game doesn't automatically adjust it. But in most games, if the steering angle of the car changes per car, they'll change it for you and you don't have to touch anything on your wheel. And this is a Moza R5, so it's 5.5 Newton meters of force feedback. I'm a grown man, I use it on about 80% and then just turn it up or down in the game. That's usually not on full either. But some of you guys can let me know down in the comment section below. Maybe I'm a baby. You guys let me know how you feel, but I've never needed more than this 5 Newton meters of torque. And I don't even use the wheel on 100, so I don't see the need to upgrade anytime soon. But we can come down here to our wheelbase settings and go through these. Most of these we don't change, but the wheel spring strength is how strong your wheel is bouncing back to the middle when you're driving a car, when you're making a turn. It automatically wants to straighten out. That's just how a car works. We use this on 95. You want it to feel smooth, you can tweak this or just copy my settings. The force feedback equalizer, you guys know how frequencies work with force feedback. If you don't, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about that. I personally don't have much vibration on in my wheel. I have a little bit, but not that much. We can go to our force feedback curve. This is straight linear up and down, but they have presets over here, and that's about it. Now, what all of you been waiting for is if we go into Content Manager now for Assetto Corsa, we go to Settings, Assetto Corsa, Controls. Right here is where all of your wheel settings are. So your input method, you're going to want to choose wheel. You want to choose 900 degrees and leave everything else the way it is. You don't want any gamma. You don't want anything like that. You just want to calibrate your wheel, calibrate your pedals, and make sure that your throttle is going from 0 to 100 and your brake can also go from 0 to 100. The gamma you have on your brake just depends on how strong you like your brake. This is basically brake sensitivity in the game digitally, but we can go to buttons and you guys can see how I have all my buttons mapped on my Moza because they're all numbered. We go to system, and then patch has some really important ones too, like your hazards, your turn signals, to go back to pits, everything like that. But the most important one is going to be force feedback. And while you're doing this, you guys can check. If you look over here in the top right corner, as I'm turning my wheel, the game is registering everything I'm doing. So I can see how much lock I have to know that I have one full turn and then half a turn before I get back to the middle. 900-degree rotation. But the most important one is force feedback. And I use my gain on 75. This depends on how strong you like your force feedback. But for no HESI, I don't think you want it that strong. You want it to feel like you're driving a street car. No filter, and our minimum force is 0, so we feel everything from the very bottom. Our curb effects 15, road effects 10. Curbs and roads, you guys know this is how much you feel what's going on the road. And your curb effects is how much hitting curbs disrupts your wheel. Slips is your slip angle and how much you can feel the car slipping out behind you. And the ABS, of course, is the brakes locking up. These are my settings: 1510, 1510. Post-processing 0, center boost range 10. And the rest of this I didn't change. So that's our settings in 2025 for my Moza R5. I'll leave some gameplay here so you guys can see how much give and how strong the wheel is, how fast it snap back to center and all of that. You guys let me know if you have any suggestions down below, or let me know what wheel you have down below and if these settings work for you.
What?